Namaste and welcome. Peace Week, Equinox, September, TOSA Blue Mountain, Ecuador. The fire speaks. We are here coming to you live from the Chicana Fire Pit today in a moment of celebration, of unification, and Minga. It is coming together to make it all happen. Together we're better, and we are here in the circle with beautiful beings from around the world and you in this first hour live streaming out through Peace Week. Namaste and thank you, John, Ben, the whole team there for getting us out there so we can connect with you. Please, in this moment, just know and honor that we are coming together for something very unique, a moment that maybe we never thought would arrive or happen, yet here we are. September, building to the equinox, building to the consecration for the pyramid of peace. And today is the unification, the universal moment where we all come together. And hey, our participants that are in Zoom, we will have Q&A, we'll have commenting, chat with each other. Go ahead and put questions in and we'll see what we can do here during today. But I'm there monitoring the Zoom to be with you as well. So please enjoy this moment together and know that we are better together. We are here to co-create something that the world is ready for, that we are ready for. And in this moment, I could not be more honored or happy to have an incredible moment to share with Omishar, who is coming in to play incredible music for us to welcome in, usher in this moment. We love you so much, Omishar. Come on in. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Let me do that. I'm doing really well, thank you. Aloha and namaste from I think we're about half your elevation. We're at about 5,500 feet in Colorado. And yes, I am so feeling connected with Peace Week and all of you down there in Ecuador. I haven't been there for over a decade, but I've already loved the land. I love the people and I love what we're doing here together. And so thank you for this opportunity to be a part of your opening ceremony.
Oh my God, we're so grateful to have you. It's beyond belief. And we know we'll see you in Ecuador soon. You're coming back. So thank you so much for being with us. And everybody, bring your hand to your heart and just enjoy this moment because this is a very special treat. Thank you, Omishar.
And we all know what we've come here for, and we all feel that our hearts are true, and together we will make it home, and we'll trust to love once more. Deep breath. Contemplación profunda ascende con la madre tierra y sabemos a lo que vinimos. attention. You're aquí, no vivamos. Me entrego a el fluir, me da nuevo sentido. Lo que queda es confiar y volar y sabemos a lo que vinimos es sincero. Nuestro corazón lograremos ir a casa juntos, confiando otra vez en el amor.
Thank you.
Una más. Okay? I am with you here inside. Don't worry, don't worry. And I love you more than you could know. So come along now and lay your head on my heart, on my heart. Close your eyes, dear, and rest a while in me. Keep open your heart and let in the sun, and bathe yourself in the garden of one. Know you're at home and in my embrace. Here is empty space. Now I ask you to take a step towards me, toward me. I can feel your longing to be home. So come along now and lay your head on my heart, on my heart. And close your eyes, dear, and rest a while in me. Keep open your heart and let in the sun, and bathe yourself in the garden of one. Know you're at home and in my embrace. Here is empty space. Here is empty space.
Thank you, Amashar. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
I love you all so much, and thank you for letting me into this wonderful energy. Thank you.
We love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Okay, see you. Yes, see you, beautiful beloveds.
Thank you. So as we are here feeling the beauty of this shared embrace, the Spanish, the English, the beauty and the blessing of Amashar, and the moment that's at hand, I've got to welcome in the beautiful, the incredible, the talented, the woman behind it all here, Dana. Come on in.
Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. We are here at day 4. It's Clean Air Peace Week, and it is the ignition. It is the ignition of Peace Week, and there is nothing more than to be here in the Andes Mountains in this beautiful air, breathing in the eucalyptus air and all the pine air in the pure authenticness that is here still, one of the places here still on this planet. So there is nothing more incredible to bring in clean air today and anchor it here with all of you at our beautiful ceremonial site. And I have to welcome, and it has to be in pure air and in authenticity and pureness, the incredible, at this time, Sri Ramkam and Master Lady Kira Ra. They have brought authenticity to this world, purity. What is left of pureness on this earth and this planet of self-ascension and pureness. And with everything that we ignite today, with everything that we're breathing in with the eucalyptus, with the pines, with the sacred ceremony of falling snow women and our Chicana fire pit, that we are here with our beautiful Temescal. These two incredible beings are just as pure and authentic as the air that we're breathing in right now. And I am so honored and grateful to be here with them. I'm so honored and grateful to be here with you, all of you, in this beautiful moment as we ignite Peace Week here of live streaming and everything that is to come and what is to come with the pyramids. So I welcome them. I welcome the beautiful beings, the masters, the ones I love with all of my heart and soul.
Thank you, sweetheart. How beautiful. Thank you. And Jess, thank you, sweetheart. Mwah.
To all of you, we are so grateful you are here, and to all of you, thank you for being here with us for what is going to be an extraordinary afternoon of unification and unified presence. As today, day 4 of Peace Week and day 1 of the embrace of this pyramid that we are literally staring at right now, we welcome you to one of many ceremonial sites here at TOSA Blue Mountain, as together we unify with all the elements, the beauty that is.
It is truly a delight to be here now, alive with you. Consider for a moment to be here now, alive with you, with each other, as we gather in the essence, in the heart of peace, as we gather with consciousness and presence to say yes to our world, yes to the legacy, yes to the future, and celebrate the now. Because in this moment resides the power of intentionality. And I know that each of us that is gathered here today has set a sacred intention, perhaps consciously, perhaps not fully consciously, yet your participation is an indication that you choose peace, that you choose for life to continue in a good way on this planet.
Indeed. And so I want to go for a little walk with you. I want to walk around this for a moment. And I think the camera will follow Sri and I, because sincerely, I'm going to walk inside the Chicana because I'm going to break everything. And the reason I'm breaking every rule right now is to invite you to know that if you are in this moment, your judgments are being challenged. In this moment, all of humanity is at a moment where our judgments must be released. 20 years ago, Sri and I were blessed to have Archangel Zadkiel step into our lives and say, hey, you want to go for a ride? And we said, sure. And what is in the full claiming of that which I am, as you are, in this moment now, can we dance the dance of creation together? You know, I brought this beautiful drum that the Canary made for me. And you can see it's the beautiful brand. Beautiful. With her hummingbird and her star. And all of the iconography that she represents. And what's so beautiful is the power of the light that's coming out of her hand.
because it's her light that's birthing this beautiful hummingbird. And that's why when we're complete here, as falling snow woman calls all of us into the ignition, our beloved mother, the true grandmother of this moment, you're looking at her. You're living with her. You're stepping with her. She's co-creating with you. She has loved you eternally. She has supported you. And she thinks about your children when you forget. She thinks about your future when you're thinking about yourself. She never takes a day off. She never stops anything that she knows is not her. What the nature of sacrifice right now. We are blowing up the studio, which we have done many times before as an affirmation of the other. But I want to invite you all right on this day as we hear the Amazon right there. I don't hear it on the camera. You all can hear it, right? Hear that rushing river? That's the Amazon reminding us. And look, the wind here is pretty easy to command. It will come in at chill. So there's your air. Right? Our fire is staying alive, but it's burning with a beautiful gentleness that's saying this transition for humanity does not need to be hard. It was never meant to be warlike. It was never meant to be out of balance, masculine, feminine, or all that is. And that's why right now in this moment, I lay down my drum of the grandmother, honoring her and inviting us all to remember that the mother we are honoring right now, right here. Take this moment and bring her into your heart. Pick up a stone, pick up a leaf, pick up a pep, pick up anything. Pick up one of these beautiful flowers. This is medicine, by the way. These are actually medicine, these flowers. We actually grew them during the medicine. And then I want you to appreciate how old is this? How long did this take to be? Because in a world where technology has decided it's smarter than you, in a world where your fear give away your power, it is your terrified state that is giving away your soul. This is not a moment to be terrified. This is a moment to pick up life itself, to embody the master in form right now, to reverse age, to remember we're built to live 300 years, to remember that it is only the mind that holds us back, to remember that in this moment right now, it is the women that are holding this energy. And it is the men that are standing in their true power that are assisting for that balance state. So as we honor our ultimate mother, may we remember each one of us this phenomenal protoplasmic jumpsuit that we can carry with, do whatever we want with at any perception of age, right? This jumpsuit right now is the only thing you have in common with them. Everything else is here to love her, support her, and assist her right now to know that we're right there. That we will build pyramids. We will do whatever it takes for her to know we will not forsake her. To say thank you to the mother. You're with your mother right now. You have a mother figure in your life, and maybe this is the moment to thank her. Because without her, you would not. And for us to all remember that without her, we would not be. The gift of our eternal nature is the blessing that has fun with this body, right? That's what we're all born to do. This and everything that this needs to sustain itself. I don't know if we can turn the camera, but look, all right. Isn't that what Peace Week is really about at the end of the day? Isn't it about the 7 core needs for all? Isn't it about those of us that carry indigenous actual blood? have an opportunity to say, my blood is worthless unless we come together outside of density and lift into the consciousness of our ascended presence. It is not about the old ways. It is about the ancient presence of wisdom manifesting in the consciousness of it, right? You are here because you are. We are here in a miracle in motion. That pyramid in your lifetime, deliver to see this, that my husband immediately connects with a hieroglyph into Egypt all these many years ago, that for 30 years we've been working with pyramids, he's been working with these pyramids. To have this in form right now is the affirmation of this ceremony. But today we honor all grandmothers. And if the one now for this every she herself is anything beyond blessing of this and on earth, simply the delusion having fun. So let's let and she loves you back. Feel her potency. Feel her. She loves you back. She restores the dead. This place was dead when we bought it. Literally dead. Trees that didn't bear fruit are suddenly bearing so much fruit we don't know what to do with it. This is a moment where ascended presence is alive and well. And we are grateful to bring it.
Let's take a breath together. The very act of a conscious breath is a celebration. That's a celebration. To be able to inhale pure air and to say yes to the energy carried on the air that will restore, sustain, and invigorate us. That too is the act of a cosmic grandmother. We are here celebrating the elders. We are here celebrating the wisdom. And it's important to make sure that we discern that which is appropriate and that which is to be respected and honored. And what I'm referring to is that all wisdom is based on a context. Knowledge plus experience creates wisdom. Consciousness extracts what is useful for this now to nourish us, to sustain the momentum forward. And so we are at a time where we recognize the power and the support of Mother Gaia and all that she has given to all creation. Yet it is not a time to be sending cords into the earth, to be saying, save me, stabilize me. We are at a time to embrace the earth and saying, I get it. I love you. I will not trod on you. I will protect you. You have taught us well. This is a time where consciousness is being asked to lift out of individual positionality and embrace universal oneness. For what is good for one must be good for all, or it is not good at all. And so we celebrate the wisdom, we celebrate the cosmic energy that is truly igniting every grandmother on this planet. It is the cosmos itself that is the embrace of the planet, which is the embrace, thank you, aho, which is the embrace of the individual ones, the four-leggeds, the wingeds, the humans. We are all in this together, are we not? And so let us extend our arms, extend our love, and share our wisdom with peace and non-judgment. Judgment is the energy that divides, and in the division is the separation from wholesomeness,
Mm.
from that which could be, that would unify and strengthen us. Judgment sets it apart and weakens the whole. So little by little, day by day, our consciousness, one of our personal jobs, one of our practices is whenever we find judgment operating, bring love to it, to apologize to ourselves, to apologize to the object of the judgment. Whether you do it in person or not is less important than to recognize that I am responsible. I am responsible for everything I think and do. And to accept that responsibility with love. Because every day is better. Every day is expanded. Every day is an opportunity to embrace even more, to love even more, to lift even more. This indeed is the path of self-ascension. The yoga of self-ascension is as unique as you are because it invites you to love all that has gone before and to love yourself into that wholeness that will allow you to lift beyond all dogma and be in the embrace of the cosmic love.
We're breathing in the embrace of that cosmic love, and it's beautiful. Yep. We're gonna walk over. We're going all the way around. We're breaking all the rules.
And this beauty,
So we're going to come back to this camera and remind us of one thing. That infinite cosmic presence, the circle, all that is, brings us to global Minga.
Global Minga is the heartbeat of peace. Global Minga was born here at Costa Blue Mountain. Right up here, we have a beautiful original, people call it Incan, but that's actually a misnomer. It's really Cañari. And on the 22nd, or maybe even tomorrow, we're going to introduce you to the story of the Cañari. But this beautiful canal that we give tours of for people when they're here, that goes literally from one end of our property to the other, has been continually maintained for over 2,000 years. And the reason is so that everyone here may benefit. So that we are allowed, this water freely flows through. It flows through all the time. We are allowed to take as much as we need, as long as it always keeps flowing to our neighbor. And then every month we are called to Minga, where we all come together and whatever job needs to be done to sustain us all, we do. Whether it is fixing the canal, whether it is fixing a road. We had a Minga that literally put in crosswalks and slow down bars on the road because they care so much about TOSA Blue Mountain and the pyramid. They literally put a Minga in and took care of the road. It's whatever's needed. Global Minga is the moment of peace before us all. It is the opportunity to say yes to a greater way of being outside of all dogma and inside the heart in action, the service of presence and the remembrance of that which I am. And in that spirit, we want to reintroduce you to our little valley. We have a little film we'd like to introduce you to. The little village Doog we're staring at right here. Yeah. And when we're done with that film, we're going to introduce you to another beautiful woman from there as we continue our journey into the ceremony of honoring all the grandmothers in all the ways they are. So let's show that film, Jess. And for those of you that are here, you are welcome to go watch the film. I apologize we don't have a screen, but if you'd like to get up and watch, feel free to.
Hey everyone, we are so grateful that you took a moment to just connect with Global Minga and all of the blessings that Global Minga is beginning right here in Ecuador and the world, including our free clinics. And right here with us right now is the beautiful Veronica. And Shri, why don't we share a little bit about Veronica?
Yeah.
Veronica is una mujer increíble. She actually works right here at TOSA Blue Mountain. So for those of you that come to visit, you get to meet Veronica all the time. Pero solo español. So ahorita solo español.
Right. No, but we're delighted. You know, it's a wonderful thing when we're able to look deeper, to be with someone and be able to appreciate the culture and the history. Veronica is one of our managers here at TOSA, and she contributes to the operations, and yet she also celebrates the tradition of her heritage as a Cholita.
And she is actually a traditional Cholita dancer as well. And so what you are seeing right now is her beautiful, beautiful, authentic vestments. And Veronica, gracias por este momento.
Gracias a ustedes.
No, muy amable. Y por favor, ¿cuál es una Cholita? ¿Por qué esta?
Bueno, les quiero contar por qué es una cholita. Una cholita es una representación de una mujer indígena dentro del Ecuador y dentro de Latinoamérica.
So a Cholita is a traditional indigenous woman in this part of Ecuador and also this part of Latin America.
Ya, una cholita hoy en día se representa en base a una mujer que hace el trabajo de llevar una familia, de llevar también un trabajo en comunidad y también de llevar un trabajo para toda una sociedad y que ese trabajo represente para una mujer la posibilidad de salir adelante y de demostrar que a veces
Un momento. I want to make sure you all understood her, for those of you that don't speak Spanish, because what she's saying is so beautiful, that a Cholita is basically the heart of the community. She is the woman who takes care of the family. She is the one who can not only grow the food, but also provide service and shelter. She is the one that brings people together. She is the one that is of service for the all. Por favor.
ya, y una cholita es prácticamente la representación de una mujer trabajadora dentro de la sociedad, de una mujer que busca el sustento de una familia y de una sociedad entera.
So one of the things I respect and appreciate is that this tradition is one of grooming the consciousness too, of recognizing the interconnectedness and supporting the community and supporting.
I want to substitute the word supporting the consciousness tree. I just want, because what it really does is it supports the consciousness. I don't think it grooms it. I think it absolutely supports it
Yeah.
and sustains it. And that's an important distinction, because you're todo tu madre una cholita igual.
Mi abuela, una mujer trabajadora y una mujer que viste el atuendo de una pollera, de una blusa, de unos zapatos bajos y con aretes y una trenza.
Sí.
Ese es el atuendo de una cholita, my grandmother.
So her grandmother was the one that she learned from. And so this is how her grandmother taught her as well. So again, this is a tradition that's passed on through the families.
And I really think a representation of what we started today with, which was a recognition of the cosmic support, the grandmother's support.
The grandmothers.
And that keeps birthing and rebirthing.
Exactly. So, por favor.
También les quiero contar, por ejemplo, la tradición de una cholita ahora en Ecuador. En Ecuador se hacen fiestas comunitarias. Entonces, en estas fiestas comunitarias hay bailes tradicionales como la contradanza, la escaramuza. En esos bailes tradicionales, las mujeres de mi comunidad y las mujeres de varias comunidades de Paute se ponen el traje típico, porque este es un traje típico.
Exacto. So this is their typical wear, and they wear this because of all the dancing they do. And on the 22nd, we're going to be doing a lot of dancing, because one of the traditions, and it's also one of the Incan traditions as well, especially among the women, is that all of the ceremonies involve dance. Everything is about this celebration of life, this celebration of dancing, and the celebration of community supporting each other. Muchísimas gracias.
a ustedes.
No,
You're
muchísimas
welcome.
gracias. No, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for sharing.
Many
Gracias por
blessings.
compartir.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Por favor. And so in this moment, we would like to take a moment and bring our hands to our heart as we are celebrating all and getting ready to move deeper. Today is a celebration of our beautiful planet and the unified field of the divine feminine presence, standing in harmony with the benevolent masculine, recreating this beautiful world moment. And part of that, to be able to sustain our seventh dimensional presence, to lift from a fifth dimensional that is actually eroding because of the fourth dimensional experience. So to be able to continue this lift, more and more, the good news is more and more are being called very quickly into a higher state of ascended consciousness than we have ever been called before. And again, this includes our ancient traditions being brought into a moment of harmonious equilibrium with the moment of technology that is trying to take over. Because remember, technology is trying to emulate that which it has yet to attain itself. You have already attained beyond any form of technology. Your consciousness, being conscious of itself while in this body of form, is the moment at hand. And it begins with letting go of ever more judgments. And so I'd like to take this moment to introduce Falling Snow Woman, who will be leading us through an extraordinary ceremony today. Falling Snow Woman, would you please come join us? And I've had the honor of knowing Falling Snow Woman for many, many, many years. And I know that many of you have known her as well, but many of you really don't know her or who she is and what she represents of her indigenous, incredible wisdom, journey, and strength. And so it is with great honor that we are able to introduce you to Falling Snow Woman, who I would like the honor of you sharing for everyone to witness your journey, so that you may guide us through the opening pipe ceremony. So Falling Snow Woman will be sharing her journey with us. And then my beloved husband, wisdom teacher Sri Ram Ka, will be calling in the four directions. Falling Snow Woman will begin the pipe ceremony, which will then weave us into the Temescal, where we will continue with the center of creation and the expansion of the moment before us all. So Falling Snow Woman, we honor you. No, thank you. Please guide us.
Namaste, everyone. I am Falling Snow Woman. And I'm here today, and I bring with me the purity of freshly fallen snow that cleans and purifies our air and brings with it the purity that resides deep within each of your hearts. Oftentimes we were taught that love doesn't truly exist, but it does. It exists within each and every one of us. And sometimes there might be just a little flicker of a flame left, but that little flicker can ignite into a fire and ignite the truth of the love and the purity that you truly hold inside your heart. I'd like to share a little bit of my journey with you and how Falling Snow Woman came to be. When I was little, I woke up with my lights on. I began having visions at an early age. I didn't know what that was all about. I had no one around me to say that I wasn't crazy. I was treated harshly and cruelly by one of my family members because I wasn't a boy. And I lived with a great deal of low self-esteem, feeling unloved and unworthy. And those were my gifts and my lessons that I had to live through to be here today. As I grew up, I still felt the strongest connection to spirit, to God, creator within me. And that love that sustained me was not reciprocated from those around me, but that was okay. I knew someday it would. And as I got older, I rebelled for all the cruelty and the harsh judgments. And so I had my time of rebellion. But then one day I had enough. I was searching for something, that there had to be more to life than this. There had to be love for everybody in the planet and all kingdoms of life to come together and walk in peace and harmony and share that love that I felt so deeply. So I went outside one night at my wit's end. It was a beautiful, clear night, and it was a full moon. And I looked up at the moon and I asked, can you help? No, I didn't ask, I pleaded and begged. And I said with tears in my eyes, can you please help me? A week later, my life started to change because I asked for what I truly wanted from deep within my heart. That day led me to the people that I needed to meet. Synchronicities began to happen, and spirit sometimes speaks in subtle ways, so you have to pay attention and follow your messages. So it led me to my first Chanupa ceremony in this incarnation. And shortly after that, my first Inipi ceremony, which little did I know that that night on the edge of the riverbank on the Kennebec River, I was going to receive my naming ceremony. There were 4 of us in perfect balance and harmony. It was a beautiful night. We created our lodge. And as we stepped into the lodge, the thunder beings came and were rumbling overhead. And I didn't know what to make of that at the time. As we're in the lodge, we began the beautiful ceremony. It was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. The next thing I know, and I'll never forget this, the rattle from across the other side of the lodge came in front of my face, and there was no one there holding it. I put my hand out, and the rattle was rattling really hard in front of my face. And I felt something shift within me. And then my teacher, that was on the other side of the lodge, began the naming chant to reach out to spirit, to call forward my name. And as I received my name, I felt the purity and the love and the light within me just begin to emerge. And as we finished our ceremony, we opened the door and lightning flooded the skies. We stepped out, collected our things to go into our tents and settle in for the night. And that was the first time that I was not afraid to be me, to walk out in thunder and lightning and to not be afraid anymore. It poured and cleansed the earth. It was a celebration. And that is how Falling Snow Woman was reborn into this incarnation. And I'm sharing this with you now because you all carry within you a deep purpose for life. Many of you are struggling. I understand that struggle. I understand it so well, but it doesn't have to be that hard anymore. Ask for what you need. Ask for the help that you need. Ask with your heart. And so I'm going to invite you today to, as we are doing the ceremony today, I'm going to invite you to put your hands to your heart and put your prayers out there and know that each one of your prayers, silently or out loud, are going to go up in that smoke to the Creator, and your prayers are going to be heard, And all of our prayers all around the world are going to connect together because we are one and there is no separation between us. Now, I have never used my spiritual name in the public before. This is the first time since my naming about 32 years ago. And the reason for that is that I created this chanupa maybe 27 years ago for this day. It is a chanupa, a sacred pipe of the Earth Mother, of the Grandmother, of the divine feminine rising within us all, male or female. It's the reclamation of the truth of who we are without doubt. We are sustained. When we say yes to ourselves, we emerge like a beautiful butterfly coming out of its cocoon. So I invite you to go into your heart, really ask for what you need, and join us in this ceremony today because we love you. You are loved. Your presence makes a difference on the planet. So I thank you for hearing me and allowing me to share a little bit of my journey and why I'm here today. For this and so much more, I give you thanks. Mitakiyemis.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh.
So with that beautiful open heart, with that authenticity, we're going to continue into our. And I invite you all to hold that space, to cherish it, and to recognize the truth of sincerity, love, and presence as the alchemical combination that makes miracles.
And so why don't we all rise?
Please stand.
We're going to be opening by calling in the 4 directions. Sri Raka will be doing that. Everyone who's standing over there, you're all welcome to come fill in the circle if the camera's stable or however.
No.
Just make sure we don't cover it. And Sri, please help us.
So we ask that you face the east. And we will begin. Invite you to place a hand on your heart and raise the other hand to the sky, to the east. And we say now, Great Spirits, grandmothers, grandfathers, wisdom keepers, and those that are holding the energy, be here now. Bring us the blessings of your wisdom and your knowings. Bring and bless this circle of humans with your truth and your wisdom. We bow and respect you. Oh. Take a breath, let us face the south. Lifting a hand to greet the energies of the south, land of the long summer days. We offer ourselves as your children. Grandmothers, grandfathers, be here. Teach us your ways of how to raise our families, how to live for the long term, and how to benefit from the seasons of life. We call upon you to add your blessing to this circle. We call upon you to bring balance for this planet and for these beings. Oh, take a breath. We face the west. Grandfathers, grandmothers, beings of the west, land of the setting sun. We ask that you come forward here now to bring balance and wisdom to this gathering, to teach us, to protect us, to help us know when it is time to put down our efforts, when it's time to take rest. Bring your wisdom to this gathering so that we may expand the truth that you represent Aho. And as we gaze to the north, once again, breathing, offering respect, land of the white-haired ones, the winters, those that have been the wisdom keepers and the holders of the divine wisdom for so many, many centuries. We call upon you to impart your wisdom now, to be here now, to offer balance to this gathering now. We humbly request your wisdom, your energy, your presence is here. Oh. As we come to the center, let us gaze at our feet, at Pachamama. And we say to the Divine Mother, the Earth Mother, thank you. Thank you. We honor you. We respect you. And we call upon you to bring balance and stability to this gathering now, that your energy is here with us and that we are with you. Oh. And lifting our hands vertically to the sky, to the great cosmic grandfather, to the grand architect, we offer our love, our respect, and our willingness to be instructed, our willingness to be guided. And we ask that you be present here, bringing your wisdom, your energy, and your blessing to this gathering now. Oh. And in this moment, I invite you to bring your hands to your heart and let us be present to the still center. In the center of the gathering of all the directions, there is a stillness, a point of power, a point of peace, a point of receptivity. We honor that energy now. And may we all stand in the center, receiving, knowing, and thriving as we embrace all of the energies that contribute to the wholeness. So it is.
As we are taking in a deep breath, Holy Snow Woman, if you would please share with everyone your lineage and how you came to carry your Chinooka, we can remain standing and then prepare to enter into your ceremony.
My family lineage is from northern Aroostook County, Maine, and in Canada as
Another
well.
public broadcast. If
Um,
you want to
There
continue
were
with us,
many mixed
please see the link in the
marriages back
description
then,
and join us in our
churches
Zoom
burned
room.
down,
You can
records
register at that
stolen.
link right there. Thank you for being with
And
us. Namaste.
But there were many